Good morning. Still morning.
Good morning.
Thank you.
You and Jameis have a hell of a handshake after stretch.
Uh huh.
How did that come about?
No idea. It's just something we just did. We looked at each other, one slap and a hug. And he said, let's be great." And I said, "Let's have a day." And then we go out there and have practice.
How have you seen him work back from injury, Jameis Winston, and coming off the foot injury and the knee injury? How have you seen him just progress back to team purpose?
Just resilient, Um, you know, if y'all know Jameis, I'm sure y'all do. Jameis is a worker, whether it's on the field, staying after practice, or it's in the training room. After he showered, he's in the training room right now. He wants to be out there. You can see it. He shows it. You can see it from us. It hurts when he's not out there, but some way, somehow, he's making an impact, whether it's in the film, meeting with us, meeting with your quarterbacks, or in the training room or weight room. But you can definitely tell he hates being out, and you can see that he's doing his best to get back.
Marquez, is your punting thing, is that like the thing now?
Nah, it wasn't. Well, it is, but it wasn't. So this how that happened. This how this started. As y'all know, we didn't have a lot of receivers running today. So they told us before, they said we got to bring the juice, we got to have energy, because yesterday we was kind of sluggish. So today we try to come out with a little bit more energy. And it was like, I don't care if you catch a slant or a shallow, you spike the ball or something. And I said, you know what? I'm punting it. So every time I caught it, I punted it. Riz said it was a terrible punt, so I got to show him my skills just in case.
You'll do it in the game too?
Absolutely not. I feel like I'd be like Brucey.
How have you seen Paulson and Debo just grow from one camp to this, year one to year two, and just what's some of the stuff that stands out to you about going up against him?
You can definitely tell he knows his stuff, whether it's, well, I don't know what they talk about on the defense side. Well, not really, but you can definitely tell going against him, he knows his stuff. He knows. I feel like he's getting kind of like a Marshawn vibe. He knows based on our splits, he knows what we're going to run. He knows based on our alignment what we can and can't do on that. And going against him, you could from last year to this year, you definitely tell he's a lot stronger, a lot faster, and a lot smarter.
When you say Marshawn vibe, is his intelligence on the field as good as the athletic ability? Is that kind of what makes him special? Is that he has both ends?
Right, I agree. Going against him and Marshawn, you definitely tell they're both special players. And I'm glad they're on our team other than someone else's.
With Jarvis's catch at the end of 2 minutes there, what was it like seeing that, and just what have you seen from him this entire training camp as he gets adjusted to this offense?
Happy because that was the end of the 2-minute drive. We could have called it off right then, but Jarvis, he's done that all camp, all OTAs, so not surprised. We told him after we got to our little receiver group, he said, the standard's already been set. He already shown what he can and what he can't do. Based off his history and what he's done here, everybody knows what type of player he is. So, again, happy he's on our team, happy he's showing and telling us all what he knows, whether it's football or off the field type stuff. Just somebody that you need in your locker room.
What's the biggest thing that you have learned from him so far?
Just every time I come a route, I ask him, just critiquing stuff, like how I did Mike when I first got here. After a route, I asked him, what did you see on this one? If it was you, how would you have run it? Just things like that.
Similarly, DA was just talking about Cody Burns being a teacher. What's one of the biggest things? I'm sure that there's a lot for you to pick from, but what's one of the biggest things that you can pick from at this moment that you have learned from Burns?
Well, other than all the football stuff, outside of football, he taught us. Well, he told us, he got us all. Each day, it was a different player, person. We got up and just talked about us. Talked about where we came from. Basically like our life journey, how we got here, all the adversity we went through. Just tell your story. So I think he wanted us to realize that if we know each other, rather than coming out on the field, just somebody we come to work with, we're with each other all day, so get to know the person instead of the player. So I think that was the biggest thing That was one of the best things I liked about what he did since he's gotten here.
Have you noticed a difference with that? I mean, bringing you all closer in that way personally, do you notice a difference now out on the field?
I agree. All of us, I feel like we all, now that we know what we've been through and everything that's happened to us, I think it has brought us a lot closer. Only thing I'm mad, he hasn't gone yet. So it's been about 2 weeks since we did it. So get on his ass.
Marquez, where are you as a blocker now? Hey, sure. Hold on one second. When you do your thumb like that, it kills the audio.
Oh, my bad. Nervous.
Where do you think you're at as a blocker now in your third year? And when you say you pick the brains of other guys, is Traquan sort of the standard to get tips on? And that
Traquan be putting his head in a lot of places. Like I know that sounds bad. I'm sorry, but just watching film, you know, you see all the dirty work he does, and I don't think it gets appreciated enough. I know we tell him, like, we see it and all. Hey, Kurt, autonomous. I know we see it a lot, and I just feel like what he does and all the stuff that we ask him to do, I don't think it gets recognized enough. And being the way he is just who he is, you know. So being able to watch him do it, I mean, it's just willpower and wanting to do it. So whether we can go in there and make a good block to screen one of our backs or one of our guys free, I mean, that goes on all of us. So.
And where do you think, how much of your game has that become a part?
I'm like Trey, I don't care. I'll run in there, linebacker, lineman, safety, don't matter. It actually got a little more fun to me coming, now that I'm kind of third year in. Now I see how, watching film and seeing how a lot of people play, you know, it just, the more film you watch, the easier it'll be. And I think that helps a lot.
What are your thoughts on Kirk Merritt's transition to running back?
Oh, man, they took him. Man, I told you we was down receivers, and they took him for us. But other than that, you know, Kurt's a player. He's going to play wherever he wants to play. When we did our little talking, we played our high school highlights. And if y'all don't know, Kurt was a running back in high school. So when we moved him to running back, we was like, oh, we shouldn't have showed the highlights, because now they know. But nah, like I said, Kurt's a player. He's gonna play wherever he's want to play, and I feel like he's in a new room. He has a lot of people he can learn from, especially in our room.
When the high school highlights thing, was that a team-wide thing, or was that another wide receiver?
That's us, the receivers. That's our thing. No? Thank you. Happy birthday, Taysom.